I'm here today because I really want to talk about something very important. And the topic of why I'm making this live video is to say, Africa, wake up. It's time to realize what you have lost. It is time for Africans to realize what they have lost. For example, when you call the name of African, it look Luca. Why it look Lucas? It look very absolutely Luca, Africa, Africa, Luca, Africa, Africa, Luca, Europa, Europa. When talking about Europe, when you're talking about the Americans. When you're talking about the Britain, like in London, you're talking about the Britons. So when you're talking about Africa. So the question here is that one of the things why I am finding it very difficult that Africa is not developing is because Africa have leaders who base or depends on Europeans and depend outside of Africa, depend on people outside of Africa. So the question is that Africa has lost a lot right from the day of the colony, right from the day of the colony, the day the Western leave their country to take what belongs to Africa. Africa are not more respected because they are the people who was invaded. You cannot invade somebody and conquer the person and expect that person to have rights or power more than you. That person must be under you. That is why all African countries are under the Western world. So the question here is that Africa should realize what they have lost. We are talking about right now. We're in a new eras. We are in the 221 century, which means that the thing in 16 or 14 or 17 or 11 or 10th century are still existing in this 221 century. There is no change. Africans should wake up. Africans should wake up and realize they are lost. We have lost a lot. Like many African children in diaspora, in Europe, in America, in Britain, when the head of Africa, the seed looker, without respect. Even in their schools, they teach them like that. For example, that Africa is very bush. There are very people who are suffering in Africa, People are dying of diseases in Africa. People dying of ignorance. People sleep in the bush. People don't even have something to eat. And when they are going to show the pictures of Africa, they will not show a good picture of Africa, showing a bad picture of Europe. But if you are in Europe, you will realize that everywhere in Europe are not the same. There are different places, different like in the cities. In the cities, everywhere in the city cannot look the same. There are places where there are butchers, like Africa. But when they want to show a place in Africa, they don't show the beautiful place. They show the ugly side. But when they want to show a place in their home country, they don't show the ugly side. They show the beautiful side. So we Africa are brainwashed by the beautiful side they are showing in their country, which we are watching in Africa, and our kids are brainwashed by the ugly pictures of Africa they have, which they are showing to our kids in Western world, in Europe. So you can really say that we have lost a lot in ourselves. We have lost a lot in our dignity, and it is time that we should realize that it is time for us in Africa to believe in ourselves, to know that without us there is not us. We are we. We are we. So the question here is that one, I would like to use my country as an example. As Nigeria as a country, many of our people, many of our people, our citizens in Nigeria or in diaspora are capitalizing the problem of Nigeria only on the government. Yes, we know the government have rules to play to make the country a better place for his citizens, but the citizen still has a rules to play to make sure that the country is safe and peaceful for themselves. So the question here is that the government have 80% of the blame, but an individual have 20% of the blame. And I think if individual work towards this, they are 20% of their blame, the 100%, the situation the country is today, the problem, the situation the country is today, 100%, it will not be in this stage as 100%. It will be in the stage at 80%. Then we will now realize that the whole problem lies on the hands of the government because we have played our part. We have not played our part as an individual. Because why we have not played our part as individual? We knew the situation of the country. What have we done to change our own parts? Because they often say that charities begins at home. Like our leaders, what they believe on, they believe in power and they believe in fame. This is the same with many individuals, whether the music industry, the moving industry, anyone want to be famous. So he wants to be famous. So everyone want everyone to be under him or her. This is the same thing with our government. Our government only cares about themselves, about their families, about like themselves, their kids, their wife, their mother, their father, their brother, their sister, and their relation. They don't really care about other individual Marxists who are not in government, who their brothers or their sister or their relation are not in government. So those are different people who are not connected with a position in the government, who are not benefiting from the government. These people are the people who are suffering. The same with many who could manage to go to abroad. No, I'll come back to that. This is what the government are doing. They only cares about self, they don't cares about other people. They don't care about other people. For example, you will see people who will be talking about the situation of the government, and immediately they are given a position in the government. Immediately they are given a position in the government. They will be worse than the government. Because the government only allocates the money for themselves and they eat the money for themselves and they do whatever they want to do. Nobody who we have the audacity or we have the audacity as far as that country is concerned to ask the government, what did you use this money for? I want you to give account of how you use this money. As a leader, you as an individual don't have a right to ask our government, because if you definitely try it, then you are digging your grave. You are digging your grave for no reasons. So this is the same with an individual who are against the government. Like the masses who are against the government, immediately the government give them a position or give them some money, or for example, the government give them a position, they will be worse than that the government. They will still be doing the same thing the government were doing when he or she were accusing them. Like for example, of what I said before, you are taking like the family of the government, like family of the president, the governor, the senators, or the chairman are living very fine and okay. There are other parts of individual who are not living fine. So you are shouting, and now the government is giving you a position and money to shut up your mouth. You will shut off your mouth and you will not say anything anymore, or they will give you a position, you will start stealing your own money. You will start stealing your own money and caring only about your family. There are many here in diaspora who know that the country where they are coming from has a problem, forgetting that it has a role to play to make the country a better place for those who are there and to make the country a better place for them. It's the case they are going back to the country, but none of them are ready to play any rules. Everybody are criticizing only the government for the 80%, they don't want to work on their 20%. Okay, just for example, there are many people in diaspora who are living fine. Many Nigerian citizens in diaspora who are living fine. What do they care about? I will tell you. They care about their kids, even here in Europe, in America, in Britain, in London. They only care about their kids, about their wife or girlfriend, about their mother, their father, or a little bit about their relation. This is the people that say, how about people? How about the people who they are who someone from them could not be able to go to that who could not be able to go to Europe to support his family. This person is suffering. So no one cares about these people. No one cares about these people. So I think we are playing the same part with our government. We are not different. We should see this, that we are not different. We should see the truth. We have many people there even in Nigeria who are complaining bitterly about the government. Once there are people in abroad, give them money to do something. They will just eat the money. They don't want to help their brother. They don't want to help their sister. They want to help themselves and want to help their family alone. Even their brother and their sister, they don't want to help them. They just want to help themselves and their family alone. But this is not working. This is not working. If we are all living like that, what do we expect from the country? We do not respect ourselves. We do not respect ourselves. All we want for ourselves is to be bigger than ourselves. We don't want equalness for ourselves. All we want is to be in power more than one another. All we want is to control others. All we want is for others to be under us, just as our colony did to us. This is what our colony did to us. We are about to do it to other people who is not up to our stage, forgetting that the stage are not different. We are equal. We are equal in human. We are equal in strength. We are equal in we know that we are equal in dignity. Anything we are doing, we are equal. We are not bigger. We are not greater than one another. We are equal in everything. We should stop deceiving and lying ourselves. We are equal in everything in this world. So the question why I'm using Nigeria as an example is to see what is going on today. The government are making the country unbearable for the masses. And what are the masses are doing? The masses believe, because of this ideology, the masses believe that the government can undo whatever they are going to say or whatever they are going to do, to not be count or to not be noticed, except what the government wants to do. Now, neglecting the power of the people. Neglecting the power of the people. But the power of the people are not supposed to be neglected in this place. The power of the people, because the people vote the government in. The many people said your vote did not count. Your vote really your vote did not count. In some aspects, your present counts. Your present can't. So, but when the government find out that there are how they could tackle the will, for example, if one man stood up, like from Una de Kanu, who is calling for freedom of Biafra, so who is in a prison in Nigeria. So we are arrested in Africa country, but now in a prison in Nigeria, like Showore, who were fighting for the economic of Nigeria, or the situation of Nigeria, that they should change, who were fighting and literally were a candidate. We are a candidate of ACC. I don't. I should not. Okay, or a candidate who we are trying to run for a president in Nigeria. So let's look at the present guy, this Yoruba guy who are calling for the Oduduwa to be restored. Sunday Igboho, who were calling. What happened to all these people? Because the government have the ideology that anyone who raise up his voice should be caged so that other people should not follow. Because they knew if they are not caged, other people will want to be like them. And immediately the government do this thing, the rest people run away. This is what the colony used for us. Now, when they began to capture our leaders, and they let us know even in every movie we are watching that once the head is captured, the people have to bow down. And this is not the truth. This is not the truth in reality. When the head is captured, the people should not surrender. The people should fight to retrieve the head back. The people should fight to retrieve the head back, or else they and their head will be enslaved forever. So this ideology, people are not getting it. People are not getting it. The head, I want to ask question. If the head, the leader, is captured and the people give up, this shows automatically that how about the people they have been killing? They are not counted. Their presence on what happened to them did not really count. How about the people they have captured because of this particular thing? But the people did not give up. But once the head is captured, the people will give up. This ideology is very stupid. This ideology that they use for us, or they show us in the film, or in the movie, or in anything, or using one person as the leader or as a ruler, and he or she will be captured and the rest people will surrender. No, this ideology is the worst ideology we as an Africa could practice in our life. Now, if our leaders is captured, if our rulers is captured, it's the right of the others to fight to retrieve their leaders or their ruler back so that they can be free. If they thought their leader or their rulers are captured, they want to surrender, that means them and their leaders and their rulers will be a slave in the rest of their life. So this ideology, our leaders are using it to capture those who want to speak so that the other people will run away, so that whatever they are planning should be scattered. So the question here is that I'm telling all those supporters not to give up. Don't give up. If one is captured, if one of them is captured, let 10 comes out to be like him or her. If 2 is captured, let 20 come out to be like him or her, and let the government arrest until they are tired of arrest, until everybody, the world, we knew that this is too much. Because if they are silencing one particular person and the other people could not do anything or say anything, the question here is not just about lawyer taking lawyers, and they are postponing the court case and adjourning the case before something will be done. I don't forget what they did to my brother Kensaro. What this is the same thing until it was finally sentenced to firing squad. So the question here is that we have to know that the people don't have to give up. The people don't have to silence. It's like once one of them is captured, 10 is out. Once the 10 is captured, 20 is out. The government will be tired, rather to give them what they need, so that the government will have peace. Not even them. The government will have peace. The question here is that fight to retrieve what you want. So this ideology of colony, which when the white people came to us to capture our rulers, to capture our leaders, and the rest of us succumbed to them, they are still using it. The African leaders are still using it for their people. So Nigeria leaders are using it for activists who want the betterness for the country, who see the situation of the people that is unbearable, who see the economic catastrophe, who see the kidnapping every day, who see the killing every day, who see the hardship people are facing every day, and they are saying something and they want to change this situation which the government are capturing them one by one, putting them in prison for no reasons, and nobody is talking about it, and everyone is silent and everyone is quiet. Africa, Africa, wake up, wake up, wake up to see how you are lost your dignity. Wake up to see how you have lost yourself to a foreigner. Wake up to see what you have lost in you as a country, as a continent, as a people. Who are the peaceful people become the troubled people. So the question here is that I want to tell, as I was saying, the problem, the individual as a Nigeria has a problem, but the individual are not seeing the okay. For example, where what I was saying that the people in a diaspora will still send money to their brothers, and their brother will use the money for themselves. And the people in diaspora have a lot to do, but they are not thinking of what to do. They only care about themselves and their family. So the people in diaspora can bring down the structures, structures that could change the country, but no one who wants to do it. Everyone wants to do his own. Everyone wants to be a god, a dang god of his or our own. Everyone wants to live big. Everyone wants to be superior. Everyone wants to live a life of I am the greatest. When you know that you are not bigger than you are not bigger than any other blacks. So we are all equal. We are the same. We should realize that. And immediately we realize we are equal, immediately we realize we are the same, immediately we realize that we have not been loving ourselves, immediately we consider ourselves to be loved. That time we will realize that we have lost a lot. Look, even African here in diaspora don't even like themselves. Many of them are denying their nationality. When you look at even the kids, our kids in diaspora here, the names are the white man names or the country names. When the people here, when the European, the American, the Americanians, and the European, the Americans, and the Britain, we go to Africa, have a kids there in Africa, they will still give them their name. They will not give the kids African name because they want the kids to know where they comes from. But our people, because the brainwashing of our people, they don't think about themselves. They don't think about where they come from. They don't think anything good about even themselves or where they come from. They begin to give their kids the European name, and the kids begin to grow up and telling you, I am not from Africa, because his names, he or her name, he's telling him or her where he or she comes from. You see somebody, Lugard. You see a guy who is called Lugard. You expect him, who was born here in Europe or in London, to tell you he's from Africa? You see people giving their names. You see a girl who was born here in German, who was called Michael, and you expect her to tell you when she grew up to tell you she is from Africa, that her grandfather is from Africa. She will not tell you. She says she's a doctor. So the question here is that we have to realize what we are losing. So we have to love ourselves. So why I'm making this video right now? I'm making this video for we to know that we can change things, and our leaders can change things. The 80% of our problem is on our leader. 20% of the problem is from us. So we have to work towards our own to see how we can change our country in 20%, which is the problem that lies on our hands. So let's see what we can do there, and I believe something will be done. We have, for example, I just want to say something right now. We have nothing less than millions of Africans, billions. We have nothing less than millions of Nigeria in diaspora, we have to come together. We all have to come together. We have to come together. We'll have to connect ourselves in every country we are, in every country we are, in every state we are, in every local government, even village we are. We should take away our tribes, we should take away our religion, we should take away our tribes, our religion, and embrace ourselves as people who comes from Nigeria. No matter what you speak, no matter where you come from, your state, doesn't matter. What matter is that you are from the country Nigeria. But if that is the only way everybody can achieve what we want. But if we are separated and we want to be separated in our country, it will not be possible. But if we have love between ourselves, to separate will be very easy. If we have love, to to be separate will be very easy. If we have love between ourselves, we unite ourselves. If we decide to be separated, that like the Biafra are calling from, like the Igbos are calling for the sovereign state of Biafra right now, and we all unite, it's very easy. No need of killing ourselves, no need of arresting ourselves, no need of causing problem. It's to give them their rights because we love ourselves. But if we don't love ourselves, nobody will accept that, because he knew. Why would those people want to depart from the country? No, no, we don't take that, because already we are separated right from the time. But when we have the unity and love, it's going to be a dialogue. We have to sit down and rub mind on. We have to sit down and rub mind and on some reasons. So, but if we don't have the love, it's not going to work. So we have to bring love, understanding between ourselves. We have to unite and see how we can change things. It's not a crime if the Nigerians in diaspora could help the people who are suffering in Nigeria, to assist them, to build schools, to build houses, to build schools, donate money to build schools between themselves, to build schools, to build houses, to build hospitals, to build school, to build houses, to build hospitals, to straighten security, to make many roads motorable, to make waters to be easy accessing. I think many things in that country will change, but we only think about ourselves alone. To put monies, to invest on agriculture, so that people can be able to feed up very well. The people can be able. So those is what we should talk or think about. We should not talk about the country, no insecurity, no road, no light, no hospital, the people are suffering. We should not look at that, but that is the truth. But we should work on our part and see what we can do to change a little bit of the situation. So what are we doing? This is the question. It's not what are we saying. What are we doing now? We are doing nothing but just sit down there in Nigeria and here in diaspora saying something. So let's I've talked about, even though you send money to people in Nigeria to do something, they are going to use the money for themselves and their family. So the question here is that we have to love ourselves first. Let's love and let's unite. Once we love ourselves and we unite, nothing is impossible. Everything will be possible. The sharing of the country will be possible. The better life that the people who cannot be able to feed, the people who don't have people in the government, who don't have people in diaspora that are suffering, can be able to live a better life. So this is the only way we, as in Nigeria, we have respect outside our country. So the question here is that if we build that country to a stage that the European wanted to come as a tourist, like to a stage that the European want to come as a tourist, we will be respected. But if we cannot do that and we want to be respected after the damage our leaders has done to us, and we don't even care of what to do to change the damage, and we expect that the leaders that made the damage, they should undo it. It's not possible for them to undo it. It's not possible. They are there every day to do more damage to us. So if we want to him respect, first of all, in our parts, we should make sure we do something to him the respect, or else. Let me tell you something. The Europeans come to our country they come to a country to do business, and many of our people want to go to their country. They often say it's for greening, but not for greening. Many of our people are leaving our country because of the political situation. 95 of the people are leaving, 98 of the people are leaving the country because of the political situation. It's only 3% you will see who is living out of greening to Europe. So Europe are respected because they don't come to Africa or our country to seek asylum. There's no how it will be difficult. They rather go to other Europe country to seek asylum, not to go to Africa. Why? Why would they not be respected? The Americans will never come to Africa to seek asylum. They will rather go to Europe because Europe are respected to seek asylum. People from London cannot go to Africa to seek asylum. They rather go to America or go to Britain. The Asian people cannot come to Africa to seek an asylum. They rather go to Europe because they built their country to be respected. The people are not respected. It is the country. First of all, if the country are respected, the people will be respected. If the country are not respected, the people will not be respected anywhere they found themselves. We have to build our country to be respected. Africa, let's build our country to be respected so that we from Africa, we be respected. I'm saying this to our leaders. Let's build our country ourselves to be respected so that others outside our country and outside our continent can respect us. Without that, we cannot be respected as an Africa. We will still be in Africa of 100 years ago, Africa of 200 years ago, Africa of 500 years ago, not Africa, not the new Africa, not new Africa of 21st century. We have to build Africa to Africa of 21st century, whereby all the other Western world will respect us. This is what we should be thinking. Not making conference every day, talking about the same thing, making Africa Junior, talking about stupid and the same thing. At the end of the day, you come to your country without doing anything, without changing anything in the country. You don't change anything in the country. Our leaders do not change anything in the country. What did they change? They go to conferences, they go to Africa Union, they talk and talk, scheiße, bullshit, they talk and talk. At the end of the day, everyone come back to their countries, everyone come back to their various country and sat down and began to allocate money to themselves and taking this money to Europe, to America, to London and living exotic life there, and does not cares about the people who they are ruling. So the question here is that will we not have respect? And then we, as an Africa, not the leaders, will not have respect. And I think it is our time for all Africans in Europe, in America, in Britain, in Asia to come together to see how we can deal with our leaders who are leaving our country to Europe to live a better life. Because why will you leave your country to America to live a flamboyant life, or to Europe to live a flamboyant life with your family, or to London to live a flamboyant life? I have never seen the European leaders or rulers who come to Africa to live an exotic life or the American leaders who come to Africa to live exotic life, or or from London's the Britain who come to Africa to live exotic life, or the Asian leaders who come to Africa to live exotic life, because they have all they want in their country. There is no need of coming to Africa. So if our leaders have all they want, they will not leave their country and come to diaspora to live a flamboyant life. And I think it's time for we as an Africa outside Nigerian to build up a community, to fight all those our leaders here in diaspora, whereby we will be fighting them, and those in Africa or Nigerians will be fighting those in Nigeria. I will see how it will be possible for anybody in Nigeria to come out to say, I want to be a leader or I want to be a ruler. Because at that time, to come out and say you want to rule the people will be difficult for you, because you know what you are going to face if you are not ruling the people in the rightful direction. Now they can do whatever they want to do. Anybody can come out to campaign and say rubbish. At the end of the day, do whatever he or she wants to do, because no opponent who is fighting him or her here and there. So we have to create a network. We have to create a community to start fighting our leaders who come to Europe, who come to America, who come to London, and who comes to the Asia country to live a life or take a treatment or to do anything, because they have to put their country in order. If they put their country in order, all that they are looking for in all this country, if they have it in their country, there will not be any need of coming to diaspora to do those things. So this is what I want to say, but I have a lot to say. I have a lot to say, but for now, this is what I want to say. Thank you, everyone. And I guess this is my first live stream, and I really want to tell everyone there that we have a lot to do. Africa, let's wake up. We have lost a lot. We have lost ourselves. We have lost our memory. We have lost our respect. We have lost our dignity. We have lost our country. We have lost our continent as an Africa. And I think it is time to retrieve it back now or never. I think it is time to retrieve it back now or never. Then I'm coming from the Nigeria leader. And I think it's about to be time that things should be done. Thank you, everyone. So keep blessed. Keep blessed. Continue doing it, because it is normal that we all are standing for our rights. We all are standing for our dignity. We all are standing for who we are. Today, I have said a lot of things, and I want to thank everyone who listens to me. And I want to thank everyone who watched this video. We are looking for a betterness of Africa. We are tired. I want to say, really, we are tired of being used in other mass country. We are tired of being a slave. We are tired of being someone who are traumatized in other mass country. We are tired of living a life whereby you don't have a say, you don't have a right, you don't have a say, you don't have a right, you don't see yourself as a human, you don't have the dignity of being a human. Or whatever you do or whatever you say, we don't want to live a life that or whatever you do or whatever you say, we not count. We want to be free like a bird on the hill, to fly from one place. We just want to be free like the European who come to Africa whenever they want to come and goes back. We just want to be free like the Britain, like the London, like the Britons who come to Africa whenever they want, that goes back, like the Americans who come to Africa whenever they want, like the people from Asia who come to Africa whenever they want. We just want to be free. We just want to be equal. We just want to have the same rights. Not our nation or our colors are giving us a rejection in anything, or discrimination or restriction because of where we come from. We just want to be free. We just want to be free. I want to be free, and I guess everybody there wants to be free. I want to be free, and everybody wants to be free.